Welcome to the Ghana Hotspur channel, and just finished watching the game between Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur, game ending 2-2. Wow, what a game. Wow, I didn't anticipate that. Look, I'll take the point. I will take the point. There was absolutely no way I thought we were coming out of St. James's Park with the form that Newcastle was in, with their recent record at home, with the way that their fans behave at St. James's Park. It is very, very hard to come away with anything from St. James's Park, especially on the back with the backdrop of how poor we have been performing this season. Given that we've been doing well away in the away games, but look, 2-2. It doesn't negate the fact that it was a very, very poor game by Tottenham Hotspur. In the first half, there was absolutely no shot on target, zero shot on target. And Thomas Frank, the coach, really must fix this. This is like the third or fourth game that we've played that in the first half we have not had any shot on target, which is very, very bad. So the game started. Obviously, we all know how Newcastle were going to play. In the first 35, 40 minutes, it was all Newcastle. You know, we were pinned in. We were not able to come out. We couldn't string passes together. We were losing the ball a lot. I'm not sure why, but you know, it was a very poor performance in the first half. I was really surprised that Newcastle still hadn't gone ahead in the first half to score a goal. You know, they struck the goal post though, but in the first half by Joelinton. But in the second half, they came looking to perhaps put a bit more pressure on us. But for some reason, I think after the first 15 minutes or so, we got back into the game. We were playing well, and you know, bizarre. He ended up 2-2. Christian Romero, I don't know what he was doing up there. Got the ball from an assist from Kudus, headed in. It was 2-1. The bizarre penalty for Newcastle. That certainly was not a penalty. It cannot be a penalty. Anyways, they put that at the back of the net, and then in the very last and best of the game, Romero, being the captain and doing captain things with a wonderful bicycle kick, ball bubbled down into the bottom corner of the game, and it ended 2-2. We will take that. We will take that any day, and hopefully when we go back on Saturday playing home this time around, we can get the 3 points. But Thomas Frank has given himself a breathing space, but that was a really poor performance again. Those two goals, look, we had 2 shots on target, and those 2 shots ended up at the back of the net. Those 2 shots were the goals that Tottenham Hotspur scored, and those 2 shots came from Romero, who is the defender. So none of the strikers had those. None of the strikers had a shot on target, and that's worrying. That's really worrying. So we will flatter ourselves with the 2-2 at St. James's Park, but the underlying issues are still there. There are big problems that actually needs coaching, and it's not the players. I mean, well, you can afford the players at some point, but the coach needs to do better. So 2-2, we'll take the points. We'll go back home to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday against Brentford, and hopefully we can get the 3 points and try and cushion ourselves on the table. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you are liking the video, sharing it, and subscribing if you have not subscribed, and send to your friends to also subscribe as well. Thanks for watching. See you on Saturday.